The biggest thing, okay, in the world of finance is to be transparent. Transparency is the biggest thing. And it's the difference between things being legal, illegal, and sometimes even morally right or morally wrong. Transparency. Now, when someone is transparent, you understand, you might not like that person. Seriously, you might still think he's a piece of garbage. You may not like his face. You may not like anything that he says. You may not like the way he talks, but he's transparent. Okay. So your opinions don't mean anything. It really, at least not on a legal level or a moral level, because the person is being transparent. So that's called personal feelings. So you have to learn in life the difference between personal feelings and transparency, right? But when a person is not transparent, I'll give you an example. Okay. Grant Cardone, okay, this is the guy with his wife, Elena Cardone, who's doing the Trump GoFundMe page. Okay. Look, I'm going to say things are alleged, but I'm just going to tell you some of the things that I dug up. Okay. But I'm going to say it's alleged. So what he does is this. He'll say, I'm going to go out. He buys these multifamily real estate properties. I see it mostly in Florida, but he does do other areas as well. What he does is that he says, I'm going to go out. I'm going to get the best deal for my investors. So now let's say he purchases a property for $100 million. I'll just give you like an example, okay? What he then does, from what I'm reading, is resells the property to his investors at an inflated price. So right off the bat, that's not transparency, because you're telling people, I'm going out for you. I'm going out for you to get the best price for my clients. But then he decides what that property is worth, okay? Another thing is that, from what I was reading, and again, I'm just going to say it's alleged, okay, but just things I've been doing my own due diligence and research on, he'll say that he charges a 1% transaction fee, okay? But in a lot of cases, it's a lot higher than that, okay? A lot higher, okay? Like 11%. Now, once again, this goes into transparency. You understand, if you're telling people it's 1%, it turns out to be 11% or more, that's not being transparent, okay? So that's kind of how he makes his money. You understand? He'll buy a property for, say, $100 million, but then he'll resell it, to his investors for, say, whatever it is, $110 million, an example. And then he'll keep that $10 million for himself. Again, I'll say it's alleged. Now, here's the key. It's all about being transparent. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's all about transparency. If he would tell his investors up front, here's the deal. What I purchased the price of a property at is going to be lower than what I'm going to offer the property to you, and that's good. Because now he's letting people know, he's being transparent, and whatever fee he charges, if it's 1% or it's 10% or if it's 20%, you gotta be accurate. You gotta say, I am going to charge you a transaction fee of 11%. You can't say it's 1%. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's the key in life. Now, again, I just want to like reiterate, I am not a lawyer. Okay. So I can't determine what's legal and what's not legal. I can't determine that. Okay. I'm not a lawyer. I'm an entertainer. That's it. I don't give financial advice, but things could be illegal if the people who are the experts who do this due diligence, the people who, are obviously, if you want to call them whatever it is, the Federal Trade Commission, if you want to call them the Securities and Exchange Commission, whoever these, bodies, okay, of organizations that will be hired to investigate, they're the ones who make this decision. I don't make this decision. I'm just an entertainer. That's it. I'm here for entertainment purposes only, but I can just tell you, transparency is key in life. Got to be transparent. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video is for entertainment purposes only.